Well, that cleared out nicely, didn't it? Everybody ended up in sunshine today. You can see it from that live shot. You're seeing it on the last few hours of high-resolution satellite. The marine layer was pretty good this morning. Actually managed to get into the Tri-Valley. You can see that's a little puddle of gray that's filling in over there. But it melted back and it kind of took its sweet time. But really, by the time we got to the early afternoon, it was sunshine for all. All right, we got a warm-up coming. So let's put this into detail in terms of what to expect tomorrow. This is Sunday. So Sunday's numbers end up being a little bit warmer than you were today. You got to warm up just a bit. San Francisco, your numbers could go to the mid-70s tomorrow. That's usually your threshold. When you notice a warm up, if you take a look at the inland East Bay, you'll be sitting in the upper 80s, but that's average. And the Santa Clara Valley will also be pretty much average for the daytime highs tomorrow. All right, here's where we play that game, where we keep an eye on the map. I'm going to hit a button just to visualize the color contour on here. How different is Monday? That different. And now you really need the numbers on there to help kind of make sense of this. Monday and Tuesday, those are the days where a significant jump in temperatures is coming. And now you are nearing temperatures that will be in the low 90s for many of those warmer inland valleys. I'll get out of the way. Go ahead and pick out some of those numbers on there. Concord, you're going to 97. Livermore's 96. We're going to hit 91 in Santa Rosa, 88 in Redwood City, and the city perhaps getting up to 82. That gets people's attention. You go to 82 degrees in San Francisco. That 82 will be a more significant number than the 96 will over there, because it's about 12 degrees above average, and you haven't really acclimated. You haven't really done that yet this summer, where we've gotten well into the low 80s for daytime highs. This is coming on Monday, and taking a look at this map, that's also Tuesday. Both days are going to be the same. And then Wednesday, it will technically start cooling down. You'll see it in the 7-day forecast, but it might not cool down enough to make a huge difference, but it will be cooler. You'll see the numbers in the 7-day forecast are going to start cooling down by the time we get there. In the meantime, before we get to Monday, here's Sunday, because you will have the marine layer tomorrow morning again. So we'll wake up on Sunday morning, and it's pretty much widespread marine layer gray. And then if we melt that back to show you what it'll look like as we get into late morning and early afternoon, you've got plenty of sunshine on there for those numbers that we were looking at a second ago. Let's change our perspective just a little bit. Let's get that wide view, not only on the virtual set, but also behind me, because there's rain showing up off the coast of California. It's kind of nice to see this. That's what it looks like as you start transitioning into fall. That's what all good storms must first look like. If they're going to bring rain to California, you get that cold front that's just kind of dragging down towards the northwest corner of the state. You see it in the radar. You also see it up here in the satellite, and it just looks cool just for fun. There's the water vapor imagery to show you the system. It's not coming far enough south to get us with anything. So all this is doing is putting a little bit of a hold on the Monday, Tuesday warm-up. If this thing wasn't sitting out here, we'd be talking about that warm-up for tomorrow. But this is just putting a little pause on that. It's not bringing us any rain, and it's not necessarily even bringing us very cool air, but it is buying us a day in the weekend where you don't have to go back into the mid and upper 90s yet for inland valleys. Look at the difference. Sunday, 88. Monday, 97. Tuesday, 97. Wednesday, it's better by a degree. Don't count on much difference. And then it does get better by Thursday and Friday. The numbers will come down. This will be below average again by the time we get there. So just kind of make your plans. Really focus on Monday and Tuesday. And that includes, now, I know we always focus on the heat for the inland microclimates, but this is when we're going to talk about the city. Probably don't need a heat advisory from this, but when you go into the low 80s, and there'll be a little more humidity in the air right now because the water temperatures are relatively warm off our coast. It's not going to be humid. It's going to be a little more than you're used to. Monday and Tuesday will be felt in the city as a pretty warm day.